Let's return to our top story now. Residents living in southern Israel have banded together to deal with the intense rocket fire between Hamas and Israel. The group aims to raise resilience and morale among those directly in the line of fire there. Orit Yosef lives in this part of southern Israel, close to the border with Gaza. She's endured 11 days of rockets and emergency sirens. And Orit Yosef joins me now on the line from Jerusalem, where she's been evacuated. We're now seeing a ceasefire, Orit, but what has life been like for the last 2 weeks?
Hell. I can't say anything else but hell. We were home for 10 days before there was a massive evacuation for the entire village. And because we're so close, we are close to hearing the missiles going off. We're close to hearing the iron domes going off. We're close to anti-tank missiles being fired at us. And the village has really been hurt. I mean, it's been hurt throughout the 20 years. But this time we had direct hits in the grocery stores, on homes, and in farms. And I have to tell you, Laura, that the farmers are just devastated because this is the time for seed germination, and we are the Silicon Valley of seed germination where we are. And the farmers can't work now. Everything is closed and for military use only, and because of the increased danger of anti-tank missiles firing, no one can move anywhere. So that entire industry of farming is devastated economically. Devastated.
That is just heartbreaking to hear. How many people live in Netiv HaAsara?
We are 270 families, so we are about 1,200 people, residents, children, women and children, and families. And we've been living like this for 20 years, on and off. But this operation has been the worst. And although it's not 51 days like it was in the last operation, it's been an intense 11 days. It's as though Hamas, for the last 7 years, has just multiplied every single ammunition with all its strength. And I'm sorry to say, but Hamas is a terror organization. It has hostage its civilians, and they are poor civilians, innocent civilians who are suffering because of their terrorist leadership. It's not us who are making war crimes. They are making war crimes against their own citizens. And that is the truth to it. And that is what is so sad, because both sides are suffering. And you ask any civilian on the Gaza side, what do they want? They want just an honest living like any other person. My heart goes out to them. Believe me, my heart goes out to them. I am merely 1 kilometer away from them.
Indeed.
How can we possibly make peace with these people? And it's not the people, it's the leadership.
Indeed. We're just seeing pictures here as well of the last 11 days. Just reminding our viewers, these are not live pictures, so that ceasefire is indeed holding. But, Orit, the ceasefire is, well, we all hope it does hold. We're 2.5 hours in now. Israel says it is unconditional. Does your life return to normal now, or is there quite a road back?
Oh, no, there's quite a road back. I mean, like I said, our village was hit badly. There's devastation everywhere. I think there's trauma. There's trauma on both sides, I'm not saying, but there's definitely going to be trauma and post-trauma for everyone who's undergone this past operation. And to be honest with you, Laura, I'm not going back for the next 24 hours, because this is the most scary, and I say scary time for the ceasefire, because last time they bombed us. they bombed us after the ceasefire, and people got hurt. How can I believe that there's a true ceasefire? Maybe on our part, we are not going to bomb. Once we say ceasefire, we say ceasefire. But there's all kinds of little terrorist attack, little terrorist groups that do things that are not according to what the government decides. So I'm not going anywhere near the village with my children until I know 24 hours has passed and I'm getting reports that it's safe to come home.
Indeed. Well, we hope you get to do that very soon, sooner rather than later, Orit. We really appreciate your time. It is just gone 4:30 in the morning there, so much appreciated.
Thank you, Laura. And I do want to say that this world has come, I don't know what's gone up with the world. I mean, a Jew should be proud to say that he's a Jew and should not be attacked. And I think all Jews and all human beings should rise up and say enough to this violence. Because this terrorism is not only Hamas, it's Iran, it's anyone that is against democratic living and just an honest, decent kind of living. This needs to stop. The world needs to stand up and say enough is enough.
Orit Yosef,
I thank you for your time, Laura.
Thank you so much. It's a complicated picture indeed. Orit Yosef there live on the phone for us in Jerusalem. She is living with her family on the border there, just 1 kilometre from Gaza, and just yesterday she was evacuated to Jerusalem. So a picture of there, what it's like living on the ground.